Wait a minute, I'm going to flick it. Okay, sorry about that. Hi, from Michelle, New Zealand. My channel is called Winter Window Wraps. That's what I'm working on this year. It's my beta test. It's going to start this weekend. I'm going to take you guys with me. It's my beta test. And this is the whole reason. This is the whole reason why I decided to do winter window wraps. This was a headline in Christchurch yesterday. Well, actually, it was the whole of New Zealand. I follow stuff.co.nz, which is a New Zealand newspaper that covers everything in New Zealand, and it's a digital newspaper. It's online, and this is the headline I seen yesterday. So it's really talking about what I am really passionate about this year. Well, have been for the last few years. Being cold and rationing heating is a new normal in New Zealand, and it's true. And it's happening in New Zealand. Being cold is a new norm for nobody heats in New Zealand in the winter. Everybody turns their heaters off. Ridiculous. This is ridiculous. How the hell does these bloody companies, excuse my language, these power companies get away with it? It's highway robbery. I mean, at the moment, I think we're paying $1.13 per whatever it's called, MPH. $1.13. Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. I wanted to show you my power bill from last year, but I will get it to you. It's on Instagram if you want to have a quick look. This time last year, probably July, August and September were the hardest months hit. I was paying $31 a day. $31 a day to 35, which means my power bill was hovering at $800 a month. Yeah, I'm telling the truth. That's what it was. This is a 3-bedroom house. I have a heater here in the lounge, which is a 24 thin hall heater. I do have a heat pump, but in the winter, I just don't even bother using it. It just throws off cold air in a cold place. You know, when you get -1, -6, -8, yeah, you know the heat pump's not working. So I resort to my oil heaters. I have a 22 thin heater in the hallway, but I don't use it. I used to have a dehumidifier to take the chill off the air, but now I don't use that. It was just too much to run that. That was just ridiculous. I have a 13 thin heater in my room. I have a 13 thin heater in my daughter's room, and I have a 13 thin heater in my boiler's room, which is the back room. So there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 heaters on. We have all the oil heaters stay on all night in the winter. I'd rather be hungry than cold. That's my wish. You talk about rationing. Yeah, I'd rather ration my food than my heating. It just gets too cold, but not everybody has that. Not everybody has that luxury of doing that. I just choose, because I'm asthmatic too. I have 2 people in the house besides myself that are asthmatic. And asthmatics have to have a room temperature of 18 up in the winter. So, yeah, hovering around 18 to 22, and that's in the winter. But you know, that's New Zealand's winter's changed dramatically, and this year it's just so cold. I mean, it was 0 degrees in some places in New Zealand this morning. 0 degrees. I know, and it's only May. So mind you, we are getting nice weather though. We are getting this beautiful weather in New Zealand. I'll just quickly look out my window. That's this morning. That's nice weather. It's nice weather. Still a bit chilly, but still nice. Going back to the story. Yeah, so that was my bill last year, but this year it's going to change because my winter window wraps are going up this weekend. So I'll take you through the tutorial. So click on. I'll just, if you want to follow me. It's a beta test. It won't roll out till next year because I have to prove that concept works. And it's been, like I said, it's been done a few times through the years, through the world, but using different materials. So it's never been mainstream though. And I think for myself, just thinking about people in New Zealand going cold, it's ridiculous. My background, I've had 20 years in community, so, and yeah, I just can't see myself sitting here when somebody else sitting somewhere else in Christchurch cold. It's terrible. It just does your head in. Yeah, so this is the heading, and it's called being cold and rationing heating now is a now normal in New Zealand. So what they're saying is, in the winter, I'll take you down to the statistics, because there are statistics here. Sorry, I have still, my hand is still healing. So if I'm still slow bringing that cursor down, that's because my hand is doing the job, and I'm using my left hand to hold this up. More households are rationing heating at home thanks to our high power. See? Thanks to high power prices in New Zealand. Ridiculous. Turning on the heater and going cold in the winter is now a majority sport in New Zealand. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Stuff.co.nz. I better say it right. I'll get somebody telling me off. Stuff.co.nz is a newspaper. They are covering the story. Did an amazing job. Yeah. Just over half of New Zealand households cut back on heating their homes in the winter due to the cost. A survey nearly with 1,500 households by Credit Simple found that in Auckland, 55% of households go cold in a bid to save power bills. In Wellington, 52%. In Canterbury, 50%. So those numbers are very, very high. I'm just going to go down to the graph. Oh, I'm just trying to think who this fella is. Robert Dibley, a middle income home owner, has to ration heating to keep the power bills affordable. This is this dude. He's middle class. He's, you know, and it's affecting everybody, not just affecting the low income communities anymore. It's going into middle class. It's ridiculous. The electricity is so pricey that Kiwi households pay more for them than Norwegian. You know, Norwegia. They have a third of our bill. And you know why they have a third of our bill? Do you know in Norway, sorry about that, Norway, I shouldn't have said that. I apologise for mispronouncing Nor. Gibberish this morning, sorry about that. The reason why Norway has these really, really low power bills is because when they build their house, because you know it's very cold there, it's 3 or 4 months of the year they have snow there, very cold. It's minus all the time over in Norway, 4 months of the year. They have triple glazing. Is there such thing? Yeah, there is. We've had double glazing in New Zealand for a good 50 years. You know, we have had alternatives for this monster of a problem that's just blown up in our faces in the last couple of years. But who has 10,000 to double glazier homes, or 20,000, whatever it costs? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Not everybody has that extra 20,000 to, or you know. And there's also solar. I mean, we have alternative heating out there. There's solar heating, and I know Tesla has just designed solar panels, solar tiles for people's roofs, and that's just rolling out now in the world. They're just been testing that now. Solar tiles, and I know there's solar blinds. That's just rolled out in the world too as a beta test. So there are products going out there, but again, $10,000 to $20,000. Who has that type of money? Come on, come on. So winter window wraps is the concept I brought out. It's gonna, you know, it's like you're blanketing your windows. That's what it's going to do. It's going to blanket your windows, because our windows in this house are single glazed, and I think a lot of the houses in New Zealand are single glazed because a lot of the houses are built in the 30s, and we're only in the 2000s. Houses in New Zealand are only 50, 60 years old, and the new houses, I'm sure the new houses nowadays are double glazed, which is fine, but you're still going to get the problem of having these massive power bills. And I'm just going to go, sorry, like I said, my fingers, I'm still training my fingers to do the walking. Here we go. These are the ones that are turning off the heating in the beginning of the winter. I'm telling you the truth. Look, Otago, 69%. And you know who Otago is in New Zealand? They are a student body. This is where one of our main universities is in Otago. It's where the doctors go. This is where they all go. Physical education. There's a lot of people going down there to train students, and how can they afford to put power on? That's ridiculous. How can they think and do they have been for the last how many years, but how can they think and be cold at the same time? I just don't understand that. How do they warm themselves up? Hopefully the winter wraps, hopefully some of those landlords will take that on board for Otago, for those students. It's ridiculous. These students are the next generation of New Zealand. We should be doing a better job than what we're doing now. Look at the statistics. 69%. Ridiculous. And Canterbury is hovering at 59, which is where I live, Christchurch. Canterbury is the body of Christchurch. And that's 59%. These figures are definitely real. They are living proof that's what's happening in New Zealand. Auckland, 55%. Gisborne, 55. Waikato, 54. Wanganui, 55. Wellington, 52. Southland, 47. Bay of Plenty, 45. Taranaki, 42. Hawke's Bay, 42. West Coast, 41. Northland, 38. And Tasman Nelson, 54%. Ridiculous! Look where we should be staying. We should be staying in Nelson, 34%. It's just ridiculous. Nobody should be turning their heating off in the middle of the winter, and not in the beginning of the winter. Can you imagine how our senior citizens go through this? Lucky for us, New Zealand government have put winter energy package in together for the low income and the senior citizens. So they're giving every person extra $30 a week for that period from July to September. So thank goodness for the government seeing what's happening in the energy market. Sorry, there has to be more. There has to be more done than what it is doing now. I mean, there must be a ceiling that should be worked out, so this doesn't just keep going up and up and up. It's ridiculous. Yeah, the government, the energy minister is smacking some hands at the moment, and power bills will be the same. If you haven't been following it, the petrol prices have bloody shot high. Excuse my language, I'm saying that bloody word again. I only say that because I'm really angry. The petrol in New Zealand is hovering at $2.50 a litre. $2.50. It's ridiculous. They reckon it's going to be $3 by the end of this month. What does it mean? It means people are going to start walking and biking to work. What does that mean? It's ridiculous. They should do what Germany did. 6.5 million people got out of their cars and walked home. So they couldn't do anything about it. They had to bring the prices down. Oh, it's terrible. But here we go, back into talking about the heating problem again we have. And I don't think it's a problem just in New Zealand. I think it's... Oh, sorry about that. This is my favourite person, Adrian. I love Blag, so they've just given me a message on my computer to say that he's just put another blog up. That's nothing to do with the heating, but I thought I'd just tell you that. It's a little surprise. So, those are the statistics, and it's really, really cold. This homeowner, him and his wife work full-time, but still, when winter comes around, he reaches for the off switch. Sometimes my family just don't put the heaters on at all. Ridiculous! Isn't that ridiculous? Cold, damp houses is a high rate in New Zealand, and that affects children. It affects children with respiratory diseases, which is true. The family say these 3 children's rooms gets heated on cold nights. Like many parents, Digby and his wife put themselves second. We don't put the heaters on in our room. We just load on piles and piles of duvets. Without power, you've got problems. With low income earning families, you have got lots of kids getting sick. We have our energy minister, Megan Woods. She has reviewed it. She has reviewed the... Sorry, my fingers are doing the walking again. She has reviewed it. Residential electricity price has risen by 50% since 2000, but the price of business has remained flat. We want to find out why. High prices have driven Kiwi householders to become more frequent switchers, moving from power company to power company. A record number of New Zealanders switched electricity companies in 2017. A record number, and I think it was, more than 440,000 families switched between electricity companies in the last year. Then 2000, 500,000 people were switching by companies just in that month. It's crazy. 417, 642 switches in 2015. What the hell? Everything's the same. Electricity engineer Brian Lenlin, coming from Africa, said he describes himself as poison to the system after he repeated criticism of electricity generations and retail markets, which led to excessive price rises. Ugh, right. It needs a comprehensive review of all aspects of the electricity system, starting from the market itself. This is the guy from South Africa. Credit Simple conducted the survey for more than 1,200 people as part of a move to develop a new line of business. It intends to become a major marketer of power deals, using its buying muscle to source deals for 470 members. 470,000 members. That's a hidden. When you're talking about 500,000 people changing companies in the middle of the winter, who does that? 500,000 people in New Zealand do. Crazy. But, you know, people are on budgets. People need to stick onto those budgets. And, you know, $10, $20 to me might not nothing, but it might mean a hell of a lot to them. So, yeah, it's just crazy how the prices in New Zealand are for the power. And it's just crazy how people are going without. Oh, it's terrible. Just terrible. Yeah, so that's why Winter Rats was established. And I have a few other alternatives for people. Working on a few other concepts, a few other things, accessories to this, because window wraps is just one of them. One of the ideas. I have other ideas. It's just alleviating, you know, because I know there's a lot of houses in New Zealand that are single pane, and single pane is like, well, you might as well say you're just outside. I mean, that like pane a window and us and outside are just like we're merging. You know, some places you can blow your ear and you can see the mist coming out. Some places in New Zealand, and you're inside. And I'm telling you the truth. There are all different ways of keeping warm at night too, and if you are one of them, that especially in Otago, you poor people, you poor children, you poor students. Oh gosh, and you know these are the next generation of New Zealand. Are we not seeing that? Are we not seeing that, people? These are our next generation. We need them to be clued up on what they're doing. These are doctors. These people are doctors. They are. I'm sure some of the nurses go down there. I know the sports people go down there. That a lot of the professions come out of Otago. A lot of these professional people. I'm sure lawyers go down there. I'm not sure. I know there's a lot of people that go down to Otago. You know, even though, yeah, I just think that even landlords need to be looking at these things. Landlords that have homes, that, especially in Otago, because it's the highest statistic is Otago. Just take you back to those statistics again. Sorry, my hand is not wanting to do the walking today. There we go. I'm just going back. Where we are. Where are we? I love these stories because it shows you evidence of what I'm doing. And thank you, stuff.co.nz, for sharing this beautiful story. Not beautiful. It's not a beautiful story, but it's a hardcore story to tell us what's really happening in New Zealand in the winter. And thank you for the government. Thank you for Minister Jacinda for seeing the urgency of the heating the houses in the winter. Thank you. Thank you, Labour government, for seeing that and making it your business to make sure you made changes. It's only a little change, but everything helps. Just like I'm trying to put my constitution. Too early in the morning. My contribution to it. Gibberish. It's a gibberish morning. Too cold. It's only, what's the time? 9:30. Because it was 0 degrees this morning in Christchurch. 0. I think that it's supposed to be hovering at 0 and 1 degrees all this week. I'm not sure about next week, but just to show you those statistics again. Mind blowing. I know. I live in Christchurch, and that's us. 59%. I know. It's real. It's happening it's happening in New Zealand. We're not the only ones. I'm really looking at that Otago. That's ridiculous. 69%. Come on. And the lowest is Nelson 34. Well, of course Nelson would know. They're quite warm up Nelson. They're really nice and warm up in Nelson, especially around the Coromandel area. It's beautiful and warm. But, and this is why I established winter window wraps, and I am studying the beta test this weekend. I will film it. I will take you through it, because like I said, it will be rolled out if this concept works, and I'm happy, I'm satisfied of the savings I'm making each month in the winter. It will roll out next year. The kits will be ready to buy. You can purchase the kits. If you can't manage putting a kit up, there'll be contractors throughout Christchurch, Canterbury, South Island to help you. We'll be looking for contractors next year, but this year we have to prove it that it's going to work. And I know myself, I've seen it. It's been, the wraps have been, like I said, there has been wraps in the alternative years for about 10 years in the industry. They have never been mainstreamed, and they've only really made them for themselves. There is a lot out there, and I haven't seen. There has been proof that there has been Powerballs that a little bit's been saved, but I'll take you through the whole. I'll take you through the whole motions of before and after, so you know. I belong to Glowbug, so Glowbug gives me that they give me the opportunity to see my Powerball once a month, which is good. So I can get I've got my grass for the last few years, so when the website goes up, I'll put it up there for you. But I can take you through each room in my house. I can go you before, and then after the wraps go up. Before, after. I can do those shots for you. But all the evidence for this year will be put up on the website, and I have Facebook. I have a Facebook page. I have a YouTube channel, so as you see, and I have Instagram just for little short messages on Instagram. I will have the website up. It's called Window Wraps. I have other URL names targeted to that site. The kits can be bought once it's established, but if you can't do it yourself, there'll be contractors all throughout the South Island, eventually out New Zealand. But as I said, I just wanted to take you through this news feed. It's just thought it was so important that I let you know what's going on here where I live. And everybody has a problem, and things to do with everybody in the world. I noticed in the world there's lots of other problems in the world besides us, I'm sure of it. But I live in New Zealand, and if I can do something about it, I will. Being cold and rationing heating is a new normal in New Zealand? Not in my books. It should be being warm. And rationing cold is a new normal in New Zealand. Okay, enough of me. Have a good day. You can get me here on YouTube on Winter Window Wraps. The website will be going up soon, winterwindowwraps.com. I have an Instagram, Winter Window Wraps, and I have a Facebook page, Winter Window Wraps. I come up, I'll be putting my new wraps. We're actually cleaning all the windows out this weekend, so I've been saying that for the last 2 weekends, but we've got a big house. 28, 9, 30 windows. And I've just been really, really busy in the last weekends, birthdays, funerals. I know, it's been really hectic, but we've got space, so we're going to do it. And it's been cold, and we need to put them up. So, check me out on Monday. I'll be putting this up, so you can follow us on dressing the windows and the first window wraps to go up. That'll be Monday. 25th, 26th, 28th. So 28th of May, I'll be up, and you can watch it. I'll take you through putting up the window wraps and how we do it, and you can see the beta test in the real. Have a good day. Signing out. Oh. Oops. I'm trying to sign out. Okay. Okay, but that want me to sign out. Why? Okay.